Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. If you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. We've got a question and answer session coming up tomorrow, which is Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. You can ask me whatever you'd like. We are going over a couple of things that people have sent in during that Q&A. And we still have a discount coupon code that's active. Discount is that coupon code. So let's dive in. Let's take a look, see what's going on today. We've got a weaker dollar and some yields that are pulling back a little bit. So this does or could be the beginning of a consolidation or maybe even a pullback in the dollar. We are still above all of this support though, so it's still bullish on the medium to longer term. It's just the short term, we got a bearish engulfing, which generally signals a consolidation or maybe a pullback and a retest. We'll see. The 2-year yield, it is pulling on back a little bit, 0.16, but this is still in a bullish formation to go higher. It's the small down candlesticks. Think of it as a little flag pattern. We've got the 10-year down, and again, the momentum is still to the upside, and we have broken through this trend line, and we very well could do a retest, possible, and work our way on up still. But it was down today. And then the 30-year was down today, and again, momentum still to the upside. Everything looks good to go up, and we've broken through the big trend line to the upside. TYX TNX ratio, we are up 0.51% a little bit, which will be a tailwind, generally speaking, behind gold and some of the other precious metals. Bond prices are up a little bit, but again, this still has downside momentum and is not bottomed yet. We've got the 2-year yield divided by the 10-year yield, the yield curve, and it is moving on up a little bit today, but the momentum is still to the downside for sure. And this is what it looks like from a bigger picture view. So the curve inverted here, could be uninverting here. And some people, they put this the other way around. I view it this way, but it's been falling, and that could be a sign of a potential slowdown. And the one thing that's different, though, is generally those slowdowns had the yields dropping, not the yields going up. So we could see a slowdown in the markets with inflation, perhaps, expectations. We've got gold up $35 an ounce. It doesn't look that bad, guys. Not a bad bounce today. We have to keep the momentum going. We're at this support line going across here, and we're right on top of it. We do have a lot of selling here, though. These big red candlesticks. Now, is this something to do with the Federal Reserve trying to push this and hold gold lower? I don't know. Maybe. Very well could be. But it's up today, up 35 bucks. Silver up even more, 2.4%. We're back to this support level. We'll see if we get any traction to the upside and any momentum that we can be gained. It is a turning point. We can zoom in. You can see definitely that we've got kind of this double bottom going on. And then you can draw trend lines that have broken, and we're moving up. So we'll see if that momentum can continue in silver. It's looking a lot better, at least. Platinum up, but we're still squeezing in this corner here. That's still getting squeezed, and that is getting squeezed in a bigger pattern, which is getting squeezed here into the corner. So we're getting squeezed on top of a squeeze. Palladium up $10 an ounce. We're right on that support area, and we are gaining support there. So it makes sense. We've got GDX up about 1%. The momentum is still to the downside, unfortunately. Same with GDXJ. We are up today, but the momentum is still to the downside, and I don't see a turning candlestick yet. And then SILJ, it's the same thing. Downside momentum. We had just a small update today. It's not a reversal candlestick. We could see further downside. It's still possible. But obviously, if the metals continue higher, we could put in a reversal candlestick. But I can't foreshadow that yet. XAU to gold ratio, we are at a juncture of support, and we are getting support. We've broken out of this downtrend line back here, and we come back and doing a retest. I hate to say it, guys, but there are opportunities out there right now in gold and silver mining companies that look pretty good. They are low, especially some of the speculative stuff. I mean, it is low. And we're at support regions, just like this is at support regions. Crude oil up 0.22%. I know we were trading earlier down a little bit. This still looks good to go higher. And what I'm seeing here, if I were to, I'll draw it in, it is a pattern that is squeezing on top of this support. So we don't have a lot of selling pressure here. It's not just fallen off a rock or a cliff. And we could easily work our way on out of here. It's a possibility. So we'll see if that actually occurs. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying it is a possibility to happen. We've got TTF nat gas up 1.8% or so, still in an uptrend. We've got natural gas in America up 5%. Looks like it's squeezing some shorts up here. Eat my shorts, man. That was back in The Simpsons. But there's the breakout there, and momentum still to the upside. Still looks good. We've got XOP. So yeah, XOP. Yeah, you know me. We're up 0.61%. Momentum still to the downside. We'll see if we can get some sort of turn here and turn our way on up. We broke out here. We're basically working on breaking out here, and then that's when the selling pressure just absolutely laid on to anything that's commodity related. OIH up a little bit today. Momentum still to the downside though, and we don't see a reversal candlestick or anything like that yet. We've got Newcastle coal futures down 0.35%, and we're just working our way a little bit lower, still above support, still between things, and we very well could come down here. A lot of the times you come off these things and you can get kind of this ABC correction. So that's very possible. We've got the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust that is slightly on up, but the momentum is still to the downside within a larger flag pattern. We've got uranium futures pricing continuing to pull back, down about 0.7 towards the bottom end of this falling wedge, and we could come back here and do a full retest in the low 60s. It is completely possible. URA down slightly, down 0.53%, kind of right back to support almost. URM down 0.8. We're getting down there. Momentum still to the downside. And then URNJ down 0.73%. Momentum still to the downside. We've got copper up slightly, 0.54, right underneath support, or right on support is what I'll call it. There it is in the bigger picture view. We've got COPX up 1.7% or so. That is a bullish engulfing. Maybe we can start to turn around and work our way on up and try to generate some upside momentum. Iron ore, flat, but still looks good. Not a lot of selling pressure there. Still looks good to work its way on up if it wants to. Aluminum up 1%, and we're still within the channel going sideways here. Shoulder head, shoulder kind of. Nickel down 0.8%, looking a little bit weaker here. Now, could this be a pattern where we kind of come up, come back, and then come one last kind of ABC correction in? Something maybe like that. But that's what we've got there, and we're getting some stronger selling pressure. Momentum is starting to generate to the downside. VanEck, agribusiness ETF, we have this nice little selling pressure move, basically across the board in commodities. Getting an up day, about 1% up. We'll see if we can turn this around or start to generate some sideways momentum. Emerging markets is up 0.4%. We are squeezing kind of between support resistance there. We've got KRE up 1.8 right at support, and we're getting support there. TAN up 3%, which is a bullish engulfing, and we'll see if we can generate some upside momentum. Lithium up 0.74, another bullish engulfing. Hopefully we can get some upside momentum there. We've got REMX trading sideways. Downside momentum is still pressuring. Baltic Dry Index down 5%, definitely generating some selling pressure in Baltic Dry Index there. Looking pretty weak at this current moment, but that could change at any time. XHB up 1.28%. A lot of momentum getting generated there. It is a bullish piercing where it gapped down and it closed above the 50th percentile, which means the momentum is up and that the downtrend that was coming down is broken. But we'll see if that momentum can continue higher and if it can start to trend on up and put a little bit of a wick on the weekly. Now, today's Friday. Wouldn't put a week, be next week to see if we can generate some momentum. What my guess would be is it come on up and then probably roll over. Russell 2000, that is a bullish piercing. Looks good to try to work its way on up. Or the Russell 2000, which is still on top of support. The S&P 500 is up 1.09. It is a bullish engulfing. We'll see if we can get some upside momentum generated from this bullish engulfing, which it generally does. NASDAQ doing the same thing. It is a bullish engulfing where we could generate some upside pressure. SMCI up 1%, but we are still working our way sideways. More consolidation is my guess. NVIDIA up 3%. There's a bullish engulfing. Looks like we could work our way on up on that bullish engulfing if it can generate some momentum. Bitcoin down 1.7%. We got the stick save. So in hockey, let's say you've got an empty net. The goalie accidentally went left, you went right, and he throws his stick behind his back and hits the puck, and it doesn't go in the net on your shot. That's called a stick save. So this support level created the stick save here, and we are still above support. It's still holding on. Ethereum doing the same thing, another stick save there, where we tried to break down below the trend line here, but got pushed back up throughout the day. We can see that in the trading here, sell, sell, whoop, and they came back above. So we're above support at this current time. And then MicroStrategy, nice big bullish engulfing candlestick today on this, and that could potentially try to work its way on up. Another thing I'd like to comment here, we are seeing a lot of these false breakdowns where things get traded, they squeeze up, and then they falsely break in one way and squeeze everybody in the other way. It's like the algorithms are forcing this and getting everybody on the wrong side. Like they know a bunch of retail investors think they know technical analysis, and then they trying to play the short term. They go short on this breakout. They go even more short, and then they get squeezed in the opposite direction. The VIX down 23.8% coming on back. Looking like the plunge protection team is holding it together. But that's what I've got for today, guys. So give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Discount is the coupon code. Discount. If you want a discount and want to try it out. Monthly membership, get $10 off. And then the yearly membership, you get a larger discount if you want to sign up to the yearly membership. All right, guys. We'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.